In this administration, J.B. Pritzker and Juliana Stratton faces some of the most extraordinary challenges any governor and lieutenant governor have faced. But Pritzker ran a campaign that told me he was ready to lead this state, every corner of this state, and to do his best to challenge these issues that a lot of people have been unable to solve. It'll be a tough assignment, but if he's honest with the people across this state and sets out a plan that moves us forward, I'm going to help him in every way I can.
What do you want to see happen first? So that, would you like to see legislation for marijuana to be made legal, or what he's talking about, the things he wants to do in his first year?
I'm not going to set his priorities. I want him to sit down with the legislative leaders and agree on how we're going to move forward. I think that's absolutely essential. But I will just tell you, I'm looking forward to working with him. We're going to have a close working relationship. That was not the case for the last 4 years. I've said that publicly many times. But I think now we can work together. And I want to tell you that Tammy Duckworth feels the same. We both endorsed J.B. Pritzker early in the primary, despite many good candidates running for it. We thought he brought exceptional talent to the effort. I think he's going to do the same thing as our next governor.
What do you think the biggest difference is going to be from Bruce Rauner to J.B. Pritzker?
The fact that J.B. Pritzker in his transition reached out first to Jim Edgar and said to the former Republican governor, be part of my transition. Then when he met with the Republican legislators, for goodness sakes, could you imagine the former governor walking into a Mike Madigan gathering in the Capitol? The fact that he's making this a bipartisan effort, I think, reassures people across the state he's really going to do his level best to find bipartisan solutions.
What are some potential pitfalls he needs to try to avoid?
The toughest thing, of course, is dealing with the reality of a legislature that is co-equal under our state constitution. And he has to find a way to work with them. And that means cooperation, compromise, and I think he can do it. I really believe that he can do it, and I'm hoping for the good of our state he does it very well.
What do you think of Pritzker's idea to pay his top staffers out of his own pocket? Do you think that has any, even though it might be technically illegal, it definitely raises some eyebrows?
Well, Pritzker's been very transparent about the compensation for the people who are working with him. I know many of them. I've worked with them in the past. To attract this talent to our government at this moment in history could be just the right thing. We've got to make sure we have men and women who are prepared to help this governor solve some problems that have been around for generations.
Does it create any conflicts in loyalty, though, that working for the people of the state versus working for the governor personally?
I don't believe the conflicts will be there because I know the people involved, and I know each and every one of them come to this public service making sacrifices in their own personal lives. So I think they're committed to the people of the state and solving these problems.
A lot of Democrats are very hopeful about his term. He's a political newcomer. Have you given him any advice? Will you be giving him advice?
Listen, I'm there to help. If I can give him advice, more than happy to do it. But I noticed in this campaign, I didn't have to give him advice about taking the entire state seriously. I mean, I've seen so many good candidates for Chicago never figure downstate out at all. And from the beginning, J.B. Pritzker and Juliana Stratton, they were down here so frequently that they built up a following, a loyalty, which many Chicago-based gubernatorial candidates never do. I didn't call him and give him that as advice. I didn't need to. He understood we've got to stand together as a state.